YouTube? Is that you? Good. Very good. I'm very pleased that you've turned up to watch this. It's very good that you've got the balls to come back, especially after what you did. I admire it. I admire it. So let's remind ourselves of what's going on in the fortress. Let's have a little look at what's happening. Now, this little trap corridor here, some of you will be horrified to see, but personally, it warms the cockles of my heart. It makes me feel all warm and tingly because I know that soon we're not going to have the same cycle of being locked inside, waiting for something to happen, to get rid of the undead outside, and then coming out for 10 seconds, vomiting everywhere, and going back inside and getting locked up because there's more undead coming. Now, we've got this magnificent trap corridor being prepared, and no matter what turns up, provided it's not a forgotten beast, for example, maybe a titan, provided it doesn't have trap avoid, we're going to have nothing to worry about, and we'll be able to just let them all kill themselves attempting to get into the fortress. It's going to be premium quality content, not like this shit tier nonsense I've been shoving into your eyeballs. God no, it's going to be amazing. You just got to wait for the big boys to come, that's all. That's what they say in sorry, I don't want to break terms of service. Let's unpause the game, look at the surface. There's our trap corridor. Here's a little bit of farmery, mostly plump helmets with a little sideline in pigtails. Nothing too exciting there. We've got a barracks sitting in the middle of the room here. This is a dormitory. Obviously, it's got a dead dog in it. Oh shit, pause the game. I remember what was happening at the end of last session. The dogs in the corridor were reanimating and tearing our people apart. However, we've clearly closed the gate. So if I just quickly go to the population check in dwarf therapist and make sure nobody's died, clearly we can unpause the game. I was just being excessively cautious. Let's go down a floor and see what we've got. We've got a corridor full of dead dogs. Not really surprising when they keep getting up and attacking people. There's the room of sad people, currently open. Sorry for the dribbling there, that's very uncouth of me. We've got our meeting halls of various kinds. We've got temples, we've got guild halls, we've got offices over here. We've got, essentially this is the commercial district if we were making this into a game of Cities Skylines or Sim City or one of those type of games, which we're not. There's our big dining room with a few statues in. The bit at the top there, the little nodule sticking off the top, that's a tavern. And the main big long line of tables is just a regular old dining hall, nothing too exciting. There's a food stockpile. Here's a food production area, and look, miasma where it should be, not out in the corridors where we keep seeing it, around all the bits and body parts that have been dumped in here. Lovely. Okay, let's go down another floor. We've got a dormitory there, which was going to become a hospital, but kind of we just never got round to it. Left-hand stockpile, we've got blocks and clothes, and then all of the exciting lumber-controlled stockpiles on the right-hand side there. Look at that. Very neat, very beautiful, very pretty. Night Fury is asking Dark Pixel, exactly the wrong way around, is asking Night Fury, what constitutes a game? If I made a crappy thing with 2 frames, the first shittily drawn earth, the second a shittily drawn explosion, and a button to flip the first and second, would that constitute war crimes? I feel like I've missed a significant portion of the conversation there. Maybe I should just allow that one to percolate through chat for a while and see if any sense comes my way. I'm going to look a bit further down. I'm glad the day I showed up, we get premium content. That's right, Northwesterhausen. Well, I mean, not right now. Not at the moment, obviously. That's coming. It's just when the big boys, when the monsters turn up, then we'll see some premium content. But for now, you'll just have to put up with this nonsense. I'm not scrolling up Night Fury. I can't. We've got to keep going. We've got to keep moving forward. Slobodan Milosevic here in chat. My goodness. That looks like it's spelt correctly, but I couldn't be completely sure. Dave Velociraptor says, are all the tainted areas of blood and severed limbs eventually going to clean up and go normal? They should do. Eventually, once we've regained control of the fortress. Look at our graveyard. Isn't it a magnificent beast? It's very nice. Once we've regained control of the fortress and we can get rid of the sieges using our traps, it shouldn't be too difficult to clear up all the body parts, but the main problem has been not being able to go outside to pick them up from where they are. I mean, they really start to pile up after a little while if we don't keep on top of it. I mean, just a couple of years of forgetting about corpses and stuff in your corridors, and the problem can really get out of control. But we'll have a big clear out, and it'll be fine. What have we got going on down here? These are bedrooms. Sorry, those last 2 floors, those were the industrial stuff. I don't know why I'm telling this. I don't know how many new people we actually have in chat, to be fair. I mean, the YouTubers definitely will know what's going on because, they're a smart and savvy bunch. But us lot, we have to wait longer between streams. It's much more complicated for us to remember things. The liveys, because I'm technically a livey. I'm not watching this on YouTube. I'm right here, right now, doing it. I mean, in many ways, I'm probably what you would consider to be a livey prime. You know, I'm literally getting it first. Some of you only a few split seconds down the line, but you know, it's still me first, isn't it? That makes me the first person to experience the content. I mean, theoretically, I should kind of think about it before I let it out of my mouth, but unfortunately, it's more of a subconscious flow at the moment. It's like you're looking down onto an erect penis, and this bit here is the urethra. Although it must be cold, the balls aren't really visible. I suppose you could be leaning on your back. Anyway, enough of that. Let's just get back to what we were doing. Sorry, I got distracted quite considerably there. What was that alert that brought us out here? Yay! Migrants and... there is a problem, actually. The corridor full of animated dog corpses might give them some grief. Then again, they're an ideal way to test and see if the animated dog corpse problem has gone away. So we'll wait here to see if they turn up. Well, there's a guy just standing around outside, so maybe no need to worry. Gingy Ginger, creator of Edodgob. Edodgob. Very exciting, although he's probably heavily wounded. Let's take a look. He's only dizzy with moderate wounds to his upper body. So presumably there's no animate dog corpses. Okay, I am going to run the risk. Actually, first of all, I'm going to go over to Dwarf Therapist and we're going to see what sort of migration wave we have here. We had 24 adults, 2 children, and no vulnerable babies. And now, if we sort by migration wave, we'll be able to see what the new lot are. Ooh, we've got 31 now. It was 7 dwarves. It's not a bad number. And looking at them, I'm not seeing any... Oh, we've got a doctor. I'm not seeing any other exciting statistics there, though. What about military skills? Anyone... Oh, we got a killer. Got 2 killers, but this guy's by far the killier of the killers. 10 humans, 5 Nygoth's catastrophes. Okay, what have you killed? He's killed 5 Knights monsters. I mean, everybody who lives around here, they probably killed them on the way to the fortress, considering how the area is around here. Okay, we're going to open the gates and let them in and see if we've dealt with all the doggos. Add pull now. There we go. Good. And now I'll resume and look at chat, as if there's not someone in chat right now telling me that... oops. Please excuse me. Telling me that I shouldn't do this. Salad123456 says, I can really relate to that, the scoundrel M. That's good. I'm glad you can relate to it. I don't know what you're talking about, but hey. Mikhail Kalashnikov here in chat. Oh, I see. Let's keep coming down here. I'm fairly new too, but I'm really enjoying it, Sword. I hope you do too. Oh, hello, Sword of DM Slaying. Welcome back. Back for the first time? I mean, you say you're new, but new's a relative term. You could have been to 2 streams, and that would still be fairly new. Clementine would still come up to you in the Mariposa and say, not much of a round on you. She doesn't say it like that. She does it much more alluringly. She does a little seductive lip thing as well. Not much of a round on you. Like that. Excuse me. Spiking the microphone with a little cough there. Of course a penis is the first thing you see. Well, normally in the morning, you know, I'm lying on my back after all. Terrible regret. Night regret. Why is there so many zombies? Did you do a dumb and embark on a haunted biome? It's not a haunted biome. However, there are a number of very, very potent towers nearby. Hang on. We've lost... population drop. There are still dead dogs around. Just pausing. Just to confirm here, going back to Dwarf Therapist, as you can see, we now have 29 live adults, 2 children, and 0 vulnerable babies. So, what we're going to do is take a look at the combat reports and see what's going on. How are we doing here? Are our military mostly dead? That's a question we need answered. The peasant Zoldab is fighting. Oh, that yak cow skeleton's still around. Of course, the dogs died. It was the other assorted undead creatures that were knocking around. Hello, Harold Beaver. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. No worries, Righteous Boner. He's probably gone already, but I know what it's like when your internet's not playing ball. It's not good. Enjoy it on YouTube. Hello, Righteous Boner on YouTube. Welcome back. Oh, wow, that was quick. Fucking hell. It's amazing. YouTube's just so incredible. I said I could relate to the penis section was the first thing I watched tonight. Oh, well, there you go. Excellent. I'm glad. I'm glad the first time you saw me this evening was me talking about imaginary willies. People have been talking about old Cyberpunk 2077, haven't they? The fact that you can customise your genitalia in that. Very exciting. As I said in Discord, I think I would like my character to have a curly willy, like a pig or a duck. I believe pigs have curly willies, don't they? I wonder if they uncurl when they're aroused. Is that how it works? Do they go like a telephone cord, like an old-fashioned telephone cord? Jesus, they don't do this anymore, do they? Anyway, where are we going? You are still Mayor Night Fury, although your mental health is not excellent. I have a dwarf named after me, but I did not pay attention to his job. We've got a conversation, a serious conversation about war crimes. I mean, anyone here a representative of The Hague? Anyone here a representative of the International Tribunal on War Crimes? I mean, obviously don't lie about that. You know, when I started the stream tonight, I didn't sit down and think, you know what's going to be the topic of discussion tonight? I'm not going to let people go off on about mandrills again. We're not going to have any talk about skinnies. We're not talking about any of the nonsense that normally comes up. And we're definitely not talking about fucking Serbian war criminals of the 1990s. But apparently that's not my choice to make. And chat themselves have decided that this is the subject of the evening. Which is okay. If anyone's interested in that period of history, like the Yugoslavia madness, I saw a really cool film with, what was it? Is it Dennis Quaid in it? Not Dennis Quaid. Randy Quaid? No, not Randy Quaid. Whatever. It's a guy called, a film called, what was it called? Shit, I can't remember the name of the film now. I had it in my mind, and then I tried to think of the actor's name, and that went, whoop, goodbye film name. Saviour. It's about a mercenary or I think he might actually be a French legionnaire, but anyway, a soldier in the Serbian war trying to save a baby. It's crazy. It's great. I loved it. Technically, I haven't broken any laws, says Plutonium Jesus. That's good. That's good. I specifically think about Serbian war criminals surprisingly frequently. It's one of those weird subjects that I happen to know more than I should about. Never committed a war crime, I have to say. Never in my life. And I don't intend to. If I ever do commit a war crime, you can almost guarantee it's going to be an accident. It's going to be one of those, whoa, and then I lean over to take my weight and I've put my fucking hand on a button that launches a nuclear strike or something. That's the kind of war crimes I would do. It's not war murder, it's war manslaughter. That's what I'd do. Oh, man. Anyway, where were we? We were looking at the fortress and trying to figure out about dogs attacking our fortress. What's going on here? Not enough nest boxes. Claycree cancels butcher an animal, needs butcherable unrotten item nearby. Let's check what our military are like at the moment. Eesh. 4 of them. We've got 4 members of the military. Probably, in fact, definitely unarmed and unarmoured. So if we want to save our migration wave, the only real option we have is to defeat the undead in unarmed combat. And I'm not sure that's our giga play. I don't think that's our best move. I think if we try that, we're going to be seriously ruined. Ah, crap. Let's take a peek. I'm going to see if I can find someone from the migration wave and see where they are. Are they actually getting in, or are they just being slaughtered on their way? Momas Unibkir. Momas. Where are you? Mama's told me not to come. There he is, new arrival. Oh, he's in the corridor. Look, he's right there. Okay. But where, of course, is the yak skeleton, the cow skeleton? We really need to deal with that. Cave swallow skeleton, turkey hen partial skeleton, wombat skeleton, and then the named yak cow skeleton. Where are you? Very close to the doctor. Very close indeed to the doctor. I'm not seeing anyone coming in. Who's this little guardian of the area here? Random guy and Moral Kingiz. Kiningiz, the jeweler. Okay. Let's have a little watch. Is anyone actually going to make it in, or is it all doomed by cows? I think people are dodging past the cow, and the cow doesn't seem to be moving at a great pace. Is the cow dead? What's happened here? Just going to do a quick check. We had 29 adults. We now have 28. Somebody has died. I can confirm a mortal exchange. There's the yak cow. It's not moving up the corridor. The migrants do appear to be making it past. Although, if 2 more people die, we'll have a neutral population change. They won't have actually changed the number of people. The yak seems to be not coming. It's good. It got distracted by a cat. If this guy can get inside and we can close the gates, everything's going to be absolutely groovy. Oh shit, are we on a military alert? We should have everybody being called inside, shouldn't we? Alert? Yeah, we're on alert. It's fine. It's fine, everybody. Calm down. Right, everybody's in. Let's pull the lever. Add pull now. Bingo. Ideally, though, some of our military will get off of the lever before actually getting flung into the ceiling and crushed, because that is not what we're looking for. So what I'm going to do is say A, O, there you go, orders cancelled. Now fuck off. That guy's still staying there on the bridge. I'm not sure that's a good idea. If you wouldn't mind, somebody will be coming to pull that lever imminently. If you're not off it, you'll be killed. Oh, look, somebody else is coming in. Who in the fuck are you? It's Gingy Ginger. He's not doing well, but apparently the cloud of decomposing flesh protected him from the yak somehow. Maybe it just hid him and he snuck by. Has that guy come up and pulled the lever yet? Is anyone coming to pull it? It's been pulled. You had better move. Moral, what are you up to? Moral's dead. Moral's been flung into the ceiling by a closing bridge and, I would guess, annihilated. We have 27 adult dwarves, which mean, of the population, only 1 extra dwarf made it in. Although now, looking at the dwarf therapist readout here, I can see from analysis that 4 of the new migration wave made it in, which means that 2 people from inside the fortress died, which is not optimal. It's not really what you want, but I feel like now we're at stable numbers. Nobody's dying, nobody's turning up. We've got a net gain of 1 dwarf. I feel like opening the gate was probably worth it. In the long run, we'll all remember this day as something great that happened. Let's go back to Dwarf Fortress, shall we? And let's behave very inadvisably and open a beer, shall we? Ah, lovely. Sergeant Indy says, I once almost caused an international incident between the US and Kuwait. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Well, technically, if you were, because you're an American, even if you had an argument with someone from Kuwait, technically, that is an international incident in and of itself. But I know what you mean, like a proper, intergovernmental kerfuffle, that kind of thing. Plutonium Jesus has nuclear launch buttons in his home. It's very, very dangerous. I think really you should keep them. Oh no, Dark Pixel got his active. Dangerous. I once almost caused a rather large-scale international incident between the US and Kuwait. Oh my goodness, it's escalating. It's the stakes are going up and up and up. That's what happens when you put a cow in a rocket. Oh, dad joke. Excuse me. I didn't mean to dad all over you. Anyway, what are we doing? Let's do something productive, shall we? This stream has been going on for at least 33 minutes. And I feel like having done nothing productive really is a bit too far. We need to start looking at why these traps aren't being made. It's either not enough mechanisms, not enough dwarves doing the work, which with 12 and 10 idlers, I'm not sure, or it's not enough cages. So let's do a little stock check, shall we? A little stocky chucky, checky. Start with mechanisms, which should be in the M section. There we go, mechanisms. Apparently we've got 133. I mean, I feel like we should be able to do some of that. Let's go up to find cages. How many cages has we got? 18. Well, we should be able to do some of these cage traps, right? Why you no build? Why you no build? I've just opened a can of energy drink that I got from Tesco for 25p. That's the good shit. Orchimedes, be careful that doesn't vaporise your teeth. That sounds like you might do yourself a mischief. You might do yourself a liver damage. You might bust one of your kidneys. We were on a really long convoy from Mosul to Kuwait, moving a lot of people. This is Sergeant Indy, by the way, in case anyone's not following what I'm babbling about. Moving a lot of people and equipment. 10 days. Got to the Kuwait border, and it's midnight. There's nobody around, and I'm the lead truck. This with the scout truck NCO, non-commissioned officer. There you go. And I see border stuff, like for searching vehicles and normal border stuff. Okay, but I'm thinking, hell, we're soldiers. That can't apply to us, right? Oh, fucking hell. Ooh, getting a bit high and mighty there. And there's nobody currently around to stop us, so I say to my driver, screw it, keep going. And so we do. We get up the road halfway and I think, wait a minute, this doesn't feel right. So I turn round, go back. I can feel like this is going to be dangerous. Hello, Phonics. Welcome back, thanks for joining us again. Sorry, we're just hearing a story of an international incident from Sergeant Indy here, and I'm waiting for the next instalment. Do excuse me, I apologise. And there's a couple of Navy contractors there and some Kuwaiti Army guys now out of their little offices sort of running around. Oh man, I bet they're having a bit of a panic. Bit of whiskey, you say? Oh my goodness, that's the heavy stuff. I'm drinking currently Beavertown neck oil. I bought a couple of beers while I was down Sainsbury's earlier, so I thought, why not drink one? Why not? The US contractor guys flagged my truck down and says hi. When you say contractor, do you mean working for the company? Like the guys in the khaki outfits, the CIA boys. I did not impose a totalitarian agrarian regime on Cambodia, executing many thousands of innocents, and anyone who says I did is spreading unsubstantiated rumours. Are we playing Despot Jeopardy? Because if that's the case, then I think the question is, who am I? Pol Pot? No, Pol Pot. Wait, it's Pol Pot. He's talking about Pol Pot. Gonna have a root beer after dinner. Ooh, Dark Pistol. I do like a Dark Pixel. I do like a root beer. Just a civilian contractor working for some US security corporation. He probably was working for the CIA, even if he didn't know it. I mean, look at all that money, man. Let's keep going. Anyway, he gets on the radio and tells them to stop the paperwork. Informs us that our trucks do, in fact, need to be given a once-over. Ooh, there you go. Sounds exciting. Did they find any contraband? Any naughtiness? Of course not, you're a good boy. In regards to the treaty that makes our bases in Kuwait a thing in the first place. Take our guns down? Oh, what, like the mounted guns are you talking about here, or had you put them on display? I'm assuming mounted weapons, right? That makes sense. That's good. Well, that could have been fun. You could have started a little mini war. That'd be nice. Can you sing me a lullaby? Says a lullaby. A lullaby, says Bill Cravey. I suppose I could. Let's give it a go. Let's see if we can muster a suitable lullaby. Let's pause the Simon Sweller music, and I'll say, "Go to sleep, Bill Cravey. Close your eyes and slumber. Have a dream about trees and bees on their knees." They have to rhyme, otherwise it doesn't work. For some reason, I was grasping there. I spent most of that song in my mind going, got to rhyme cravy with gravy. There's no way you can miss this one. And then, in the end, I never said anything to do with gravy. It was terrible. It was very weak. Very weak. Very weak indeed. Let's see. Wouldn't have been a war. Oh, that's good. That's nice. That's nice. It's always nice to hear that there wouldn't have been a war. It's better than there having been a war, isn't it? It's always nicer that way. Let me just put this back on the screen here, and then we can get back once I've caught up with chat. A foobar snafu. Oh my goodness. Definitely been a court-martial. Ooh, don't want that. Don't want that. That sounds like no fun at all. From what I understand, getting a court-martial always results in being put on a team of outcasts and rebels and being sent on a suicide mission that you sort of end up winning, but at great cost. Or is that just Hollywood? I think that's just Hollywood, isn't it? Of course it sounds creepy. Look at me. Do you think I sing beautiful lullabies? Do you think I'm the kind of man who sings the softest and sweetest of tunes to lull people to sleep? No. I'm the kind of man who goes, you know, lamb is babies, right? You know, that kind of thing. I'm that kind of guy. Mint sauce. Sorry, we watched a program about farms earlier, and I'm a terrible human being. My children didn't need to know any of that stuff. Nightfruit says, honestly, I'm trying to watch at 720p, but I get patches of good internet where the stream works fine, but most of the time it's not. Oh, righteous boner. I think I am streaming at 720 tonight, or am I? Can anybody confirm 720 or 1080? I mean, obviously it's Dwarf Fortress. It doesn't really matter. Nothing really matters. Man, we are party to a secret fuck-up from the Iraq War days. Very exciting. This is, like, technically we have like more information than government bodies. It's great. The A-Team is an accurate representation of reality. I thought so. I thought so. The lamb in your curry is ancient. Really? Oh, we are doing 1080. No, sort of staying is in 720. Have I got the transcoding options? Hello, robot in progress. Shh, sleepy time. Close your eyes. 720 60 for Arian. It looks like I've got transcoding. Looks like we're good. 20 miles into Syria. I mean, that's even more of a big deal now. Could have got fucking nerve gassed. Hello, Macho. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. No transcoding for Ocelot. Huh. I suppose they've got better things to do than watch the border. Why not? Righteous Boner says, I have watched Return of the Living Dead, by the way. You were right. It's super great. It's become one of my favourite movies. That's because it's one of the best movies, Righteous Boner. I mean, if anybody hasn't seen Return of the Living Dead yet, and they've got an option to do it now instead of watching this stream, fuck off. What are you doing? For God's sake, treat yourself. Don't sit here with this nonsense. Go and watch the good movie. It's good. It's good. Oh, Dark Pixel saved the lullaby. Oh no. One of the worst pieces of music that's ever come out of this stream. And I don't think any good music has ever come out of this stream, has it? Other than, obviously, the Koksaku band. That was the best. I can choose Source or Auto, and Source is 1080. Damn. If you slow cook most meat, Dave Velociraptor, it's lovely. I love our slow cooker, especially putting a bit of like a big joint of beef in there. Oh. I will try to remember to turn down the stream to 720 rather than 1080 next time. I did it with Red Dead. Red Dead is now streamed at 720p instead of 1080, but I forgot to do it in the Dwarf Fortress collection. So here we are. Here we are again at 1080. Oh, Dave says only 7. Well, no, if I'm doing it at 720 60, then it must be being transcoded, or maybe I am wrong. We'll see. Anyway, the game's been running in the background for ages while I've been sitting there chitty-chatting with you guys, so no doubt they've done some of these cage traps. Oh, scoundrel, you naive motherfucker. What a sweet summer child. Sweet summer child. Bam, bam, bam. You haven't got a fucking clue. How about the mines? Are we getting anything interesting out of the mines yet? He says, just ignoring the problems with the cage traps, which are pretty vital to the continuation of the fortress. The mine still isn't being done. And now I know I've just triggered, I can hear the screams of 1,000 Dwarf Fortress viewers, which is interesting because there's no way in hell we've got 1,000 people watching right now, but I can still hear their screams because of all this tightly packed mining. It shouldn't be a thing, but just live with it, okay? I'm going to try and bring the dwarves down here with a nice premium level 1 mining order. No? Oh, it's because the military alert's on, isn't it? There we go. Bosh. Is that going to get them down here digging? No. They've got no interest in that. No interest whatsoever. We suddenly only got 3 idlers though, so I'm guessing somebody's going to start moving gear up to the cage traps, maybe? No? It seems like people are flooding to the farms to collect plump helmets. I mean, that's okay. Sure, we do need plump helmets collected, but I feel like we probably already have enough plump helmets in stock. Speaking of stocks, we should check to see if we've actually got any nobles taking account of our stock levels. We do, but we no longer have a broker, and we don't have a chief medical dwarf. However, we do now have someone qualified to be the chief medical dwarf. So Zassit, the legendary diagnostician, Doctor, give me the news. I've got a bad case of the runny poos. And then we go to our broker. Who can be the broker? I don't want to put 2 jobs on Night Fury's shoulders because that will just crush him psychologically. It will leave him absolutely ruined. Maybe we give Musami the job? He's a skilled persuader, negotiator, judge of intent, liar, intimidator, conversationalist. We want really somebody who's got a little bit of, what's name? The one that tells you how much something's worth. What's his name? I forget the name of the skill. It's definitely a skill though. It's definitely there. Appraiser, that's the one. Doesn't look like anybody has any levels in appraisal whatsoever. Very sad. It's a very sad outcome. I'm not happy about that. We'll just stick... what about Zassit the Diagnoser? Oh no, we just made him Chief Medical Dwarf. That'd be unwise. Planter, Bookkeeper, Mechanic, Carpenter, Mason. You know what? No, he's a Dungeon Master. Stonecrafter. Engraver. Let's do... Claycree. You have no relevant skills. Maybe not. Random guy? No, he's in the militia. Ah, shit. Everybody's got a job. You know what? No one can get into trade at the moment anyway. Why do we need a broker? Why am I getting so hung up on whether or not we have a noble in that position? If we don't have the work, why hire the guy? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, look, there's a little doggy running around. Obviously being attacked by the skeletal cows that have been troubling us, but that's fine. That's fine, it's not a problem. I mean, it's a problem, but it's not a big enough problem for me to even consider doing anything about it. Are these jobs suspended? No. It needs somebody with mechanics skill. Ah, okay. I'm guessing that currently all of our mechanics, probably only one of them, is making mechanisms. Oh, not from the manager's orders then. Let's come down here. No, here, there we go. What about our mechanics workshop? Is there anybody doing stuff in there? No, I've suspended the work. So, what seems to be the problem then, huh? Why are we suddenly not getting any work done? Let's go over to Dwarf Therapist and check that we haven't been losing population. We haven't, it's all good. Do we have any mechanics? We do, we have 4. Gary 23, Saxel Kubukugugigin, Gingy Ginger and Reprimand all have the mechanics skill enabled. However, only Gary 23 is really any good. He's also our carpenter, so maybe that's bottlenecking him? Doesn't look like the carpenter's doing diddly squat, does it? Oh, wait. Okay, someone's fetching a mechanism. Wait. Game. Where's he gone? Where's our mechanism boy gone? What the hell is that? The stray puppy. Okay, very mundane, very normal. Right, this guy here seems to be carrying a mechanism. Let's follow him. Okay, I understand that we have a stockpile for mechanisms. It seems to make sense for you to put one in there, but I mean, do we really need you doing that? You could be making traps, Reprimand. I mean, I know it sounds like nominative determinism when I sit here telling you off, but... Oh, hello. Oh, he was doing it after all. I was just being too impatient. And look, there we go. We've got 2 cage traps already installed. What am I worried about? What a fool. What an idiot. What a dinky dangus. There we go. Look, the cage traps are getting laid in. One at a time. Nice and easy. Let's just check to see our kitchen stocks. We do have food, right? Oh my, we've got almost 2,000 plump helmets, give or take, 400 or so. It's all good. We've got 2.5 grand dwarven wine, that's all good. And then, as long as the dwarves don't mind eating shitloads of dog tallow, we're going to be fine. That's a good point. We do have a lot of dogs. We can kill dogs for food. I know that upsets some people, but for me, I can really only say it rouses my curiosity. Let's have a look at chat. Do I do the naming dwarves thing? Yes, I do, Phonics. And if you want one, you might have one actually from last time. Typing !NAMEY, or namey, as you might pronounce it, usually brings you up. If I could guarantee it was a clean, well-kept dog, sure. But I ain't eating some fucking dog out of some dingy street market somewhere. No way. In fact, if I'm going to eat a dog, I would prefer to kill it myself. And probably raise it as well. But, that makes me some kind of monster, apparently. Anyway, where are we? Let's have a look. Yes, appraise. You are correct. You are correct. That was the skill I was looking for when I should have looked at chat to see what you're doing. I'm buying stock in the pottery industry, says Dark Pixel. I have a feeling it's on the up and up. Could be. Could be. You should invest in Neil Hunt, the nonsense potter. He's a funny chap. He's a very funny chap. My dwarf is a woodcutter. You are a lumberjack, and apparently you are okay too. That's a good point, Claycree. Do you still have 2 dwarves named after you? Seeing as they're doing the cages. You know what? Let's have a little trip over to Dwarf Therapist. There we go. And we'll see who's got a dwarf still. I'm going to type nothing in. I'm going to select by has nickname and sort them. We've got 21 people who have nicknames. Alexander Nesto, CC the Owl, Dave Velociraptor Arian, Phonics, there you go, you've got a name in there. Phonics, Nopma, Fuzzy, Gary23, Ginger Ginger, Harry Beaver, Claycree 2, so 2 Claycrees. We've got Mandrill here, not actually named after a person in chat, just given the name Mandrill for the memes. We've got Musami, Night Fury 3.0, Random Guy, Reprimand, Righteous Boner, Robot, Roosterpobio, which I believe is Pablo Rasta, right? But with a sort of a rejiggered name. Salford Sal, of course, and Tidy. So that's the people who are still alive. And then there are 8 people left in the fortress, many of whom, these red ones here, don't actually... Oh, shit. Oh, you can see the text at the bottom of the screen. Don't worry. We've got a possessed dwarf. It's fine, though. Let's keep talking about namies. So we've got a few here that don't have names. I mean, if you want one, let me just go over to my stream manager. Go to the community section. Community. Go to channel points, and we will look at managing rewards, review the request queue. Let's see what we've got here. Tidy suggested a poll. Is this requested last time? OG Claycree or Claycree 2.0. Night Fury suggested a poll. Should Scound become a just chatting Twitch thought? Oh, these are from last time. We can get rid of those. Please name a dwarf Gary23. I've done that one. He's clearly in the chat now. Curly Fries says to go inside or not to go inside. I'm guessing that's from last session as well. And then Professor Voland said bees when suggesting a poll. Okay. We could do that, although I feel like we're going to end up with the same response no matter what. David of the Wilds asked for a namey and has said lol. I'm assuming you want your name David of the Wild on one of the dwarves, because that would make more sense than calling a dwarf lol, right? Lol. Let's give you this one here. How about that? Saxel. Let's set the nickname. Paste David of the Wild. Say OK, and then commit. And then, of course, we mark that as complete. And see that Clay Cree says, why not a third Kappa? Now, Clay Cree, by the winds of fate, you've ended up with 2 dwarves named after you. Let's not get greedy. I'm going to mark that as complete. There we go. Hibernoe says, I keep dying. That is correct. You do, Hibernoe, but however, through the magic of Dwarf Fortress Therapist, we're going to give you another dwarf. Here we go. Urvash. Urvash is now called Hibernoe. Lovely. Let's commit those changes so we don't keep renaming people who've already got names. Orchimedes says, one for me, please, which is fine. Let's give Orchimedes this. Happy boy. Zassit, set nickname, paste. Bosh, there we go. Orchimedes is in. Let's mark as complete. And then we've got Northwesterhausen. I am pronouncing that right, aren't I? Is that correct? Is that how it's supposed to be interpreted? Or is it Westerhausen? I'm not sure. But you're going in with the last of the dwarves who is a citizen, rather. The rest of the dwarves here are all non-citizens, and therefore I don't feel it would be fair to put people's names on them. But we'll see. We'll see. Should Scoundrel spend the stream being a complete bandit or not, says Curly Fries. I mean, what kind of bandit? I mean, a time bandit? That would be cool. Elof Heater wanted the medical dwarf. Yeah. Oh, that's this one, isn't it? The one that's just currently gone into a mood. Okay, Elof. Why not? You can have it. Let's hope no one else has requested the same thing. That would be terrible. Commit. There we go. And now these 3 here genuinely aren't citizens, and therefore, I mean, people can have them if they want them. Curly Fries says dwarfs. That's fine. You've already got someone though, Curly, so no more for you, sir. No more for you. It's Buckshot Brigade in chat. I see you saying wow, because of course you are an orc. I'm guessing. That's my theory, at least. How old is my dwarfs? Can I go and fight along the brave elves? Alongside the brave elves? Tidy, you disgust me. Your horrible language needs to be controlled. Come on now. Elves aren't great. Elves are bad. Tidy, your character is currently 4 years old. So, yeah. You're not going in the military quite yet. You're still a professional child. How do you check how many points you've got, Macho? You can... I don't know, actually. Does anybody know? If someone could help Macho, that would be much appreciated. That's right, Dave Velociraptor there with the win. Listen to him. You haven't got a Dwarf Buckshot Brigade, but at the moment we only have these non-citizens available, and the chances of them never becoming citizens are fairly high. So, I mean, it's up to you. If you want one, you can have one, but do recognise the fact that, you know, I mean, life is perilous enough in this fortress as it is, but they are even more likely to get killed. You can wait, that's fine. Next time we have a lovely little migration wave, you can have a dwarf. It'll be good. Anyway, back over to Dwarf Fortress. Let me just put the queue back up here. Fortress. There we go. Okay. And here we go. We've got our dwarf who has been possessed. Lovely. Now known as Elof Heater. Moving very slowly for someone moving as if possessed. Whoa. Was that a ghost? I think we've got a ghost. Hold on a second. Shit. We have a ghost. Well, seeing as he's going to the Crafts Dwarf Workshop anyway, no doubt, let's get in there now and... actually, we'll have to wait and see which one he claims first. Fuck it. It's okay. Let's keep watching. We'll watch this guy, and then as soon as he's there, we'll get some memorial slabs crafting and make sure that ghost is dealt with. It wouldn't do to have a ghost roaming the halls of the fortress. It would be a crying shame. Oh, someone suspended the construction of a cage trap. Pourquoi? Je n'ai pas comprendre. Cancels construct building interrupted by giant cave swallow skeleton. Excuse me? Question mark? Pardon? What? Hold on. How was he interrupted? I feel like this might be a ruse to get out of work. I don't see any giant cave swallows round here. Is anybody else? Let's see if there's any on the map. That one on the surface, sure. Others, giant cave swallow skeleton. Only got the one. Interrupted? I'm not sure. I follow how that works, but let's unforbid. No, it's not. It's not forbidden. Oh, whatever. Let's just follow. Whoa, oh, whoa, whoa! Where are you going, Moody Boy? Why has Moody Boy suddenly changed his direction? This is weird. Right, okay, let's follow again. And he's coming back down again. Question mark? Not sure what's happened there. That feels a little bit weird. We've still got 27 dwarves alive, so nobody's died. Oh, saved game. Of course we've got a game save coming right now. Of course we have. Hello, Xavier St. Cloud. Welcome back to the stream. It's not a new fortress, actually. This is the same fortress as last time, and the only change has been a trap corridor being added, which I think you might have been here for. So the fortress is pretty much identical. Scoundrel should rename his channel points to corners to celebrate the Triangle of Trouble with its many disaster corners. That's true. Maybe we should. Maybe we should have corner points. That'd be good. He's just injured. That's why he's slow. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. As long as it's just an injury. That's all good. True, but does he necessarily have to be possessed by a ghost buckshot brigade? Because there's also demonic possession, and I suppose theoretically he could be a slave, in which case he would be technically possessed. Is that how it works? That's more of an economic possession than a supernatural one, but still, semantically, it's the same thing. Timothy Claypole. I wonder if it was Timothy Claypole. I doubt it, though. I don't think Timothy Claypole was involved in this fortress. He's either from the far future or another dimension. And only the prodigy could take people's brains to another dimension. I think seeing the reanimated giant cave swallow skeleton is sufficient to interrupt tasks. But it's on the surface. How are they seeing it? That's the question. A hole in the roof? What the actual fuck are you talking about? It can't have been, can it? Okay, they've claimed the Crafts Dwarf Workshop. That's fine. Are they going to go and get stuff? They're getting stuff. Okay, we've got to investigate the... We've got to investigate why they're seeing giant cave swallows. Because they shouldn't be able to. They really shouldn't be able to. There we go. Z. That happened there. So if we go up, up, it would have to be 2 floors above. And we haven't got double channeling down there. It's just not on the cards. It's just not an option. Oh, fuck! No, this farm is full of giant cave swallow madness. Oh, arse candles. It's killed all of our livestock. Apart from these pigs. Fuzzy, what are you doing? Why didn't you raise the alarm? Why didn't you call us? Why didn't you say something? Fart nuggets. The least welcome nuggets of all. Scruttocks. Oh, you bastard. I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with this at all. It is always the farm. I feel like we should stop opening it back up again. The only thing that grows here is sorrow and doom. Do I just wall it up again? We've got a corpse here. Oh shit, have we lost somebody? We've lost somebody. Shit. Buggeration. If only it had been one of the Sados as well. That might have made the mood of the fortress a little more upbeat. But no. But fucking no, it can't be. Okay. So, in that case, I think it's time to build the wall back here. We've got to build the wall back. Build. Constructed wall. Bung that there. Make it out of marble because it's nice and close. And then basically we just have to wait until either he gets away from the swallow or it fucks off. I think Fuzzy may be doomed though. No. Fuzzy sent some bones flying there. Let's have a look at the combat report and see what happened there. I'm intrigued. Fuzzy, strong, very strong. Oh, wait, no, Fuzzy's dead. What the fuck? Hang on. Ah, combat report. Where is he? Claycree's fighting. Giant cave swallows fighting Fuzzy. There's Fuzzy. Found dead. Shit. Pigtail cap is ripped to shreds. Yeah, he got his head scratched to bits. And now it looks like Claycree's on the way down. Why the fuck is everybody up here? Why is it suddenly such a cool place to hang out? Who else have we got up here? I see people parading around like idiots all over the place. Stupid caves swallow wanker. Claycree's dead now, of course, which means there's only one of them in the fortress. Let me just do a quick read. Oh no, we've lost 2 more. We're on 24 adults. Right, let's just check to see if... Right, okay, first of all... This shit here, no longer in the burrow. Let's do that. Oh, bum. Oh, tits. Sorry, I'm fluffing this very badly. Let's get rid of this. There we go. And then I'm going to say it's time for an alert. Resume. Everybody flee. Oh, somebody else died. Right, nobody come back up to this poxy farm ever again. Still got 24 living dwarves, so that's good. Man, they're killing all my pigs. It's not great. I'm not happy about it, although a couple of pigs here seem to be escaping. You know what I should do? I should disable this as a... There we go, yeah. It's no longer a pasture. Clever boy, scoundrel. Well fucking done. There we go. And now all the animals will potentially try and get away from here. Please tell me you're still building this. Construction inactive, not ideal. Not really wanting the cave swallow to make its way down here, but we'll see. Oh. Forms twisted from their nature. Legion of the Night. What hope remains? Presumably none, I'm guessing. Where are they? Don't see them. Others? Okay, they've not appeared on the screen yet. Let's unpause for a few seconds. Pause again, see who's arrived. Oh, still none. Interesting. Intriguing. The game has popped up here. It seems to believe we have some kind of incursion, some kind of undead arrival, but nothing. I'll mention it once more in case it was missed, says Claycree. The trap corridor might not need corner traps since they would diagonally pass around them. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, well, they're in there now. It's all good. No, giant undead cave swallows are a bunch of wankers, I think. Awful, awful bastards. I would guess so, Plutonium Jesus. I think it's more of the experiment enemies. We're not under siege, though. Look. We're not having any sieges turn up, so maybe suddenly the undead we've already got here have been legitimated somehow. I mean, the giant cave swallow has now garnered itself a name. Which is nice, right? For them. What we need is for this wall to get built bloody quickly. Why is nobody doing it? It hasn't been suspended, which means they have access to all the requisite materials. Let's have a look. Undead goblin child snatchers, possibly Harold Beaver, I'm not entirely sure. Siege over, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, says Claycree. Very, very true. It is like a pub being shut, almost. Let's have another quick look, see if anyone else has turned up. No? Okay. Interesting. I'm scared to abandon this room and not watch the bird, because I feel like we need to get this... need to nursemaid this this wall into being constructed. But I also have a horrible feeling that that's just not going to happen quick enough. At least we've got a few pigs distracting it up here. And they don't seem to be able to lure it round the corner anymore. No, he says, as it gets lured round the fucking corner. Take that. Get that back round there, piggy. Piggy! Oh, you fucking curly cock wanker. Fucking pigs, don't trust them. Mind you, this fucker's hurt. The only thing that isn't damaged is right and left eye and his right lung. Oh, then again, he is undead, so... Drenched Ravens. Doesn't sound like a good name, I don't think. I mean, maybe we could Cryptbeards rush it? What do we reckon? Do we reckon that's worth an option? I mean, we only have 24 dwarves. It's not really a full-throated, full-bore Cryptbeards rush, is it? Let's follow him for a sec, see where he goes. You hanging around here? Oh, there's a dwarf. Ah, shit. Is he going to die? No, the cave swallow's coming up into the building. I feel like a Cryptbeards rush may be the only option at this point. Let's have a little look at our military. Do we still have anyone in the Tin Groves? Fuck. Okay. Right, both of these squads are currently out and about, and we can't really use them. We could create a new squad. May as well. Let's do it. Let's do it with no uniform. And basically, anybody not already in the military is now joining the Cobalt Crypts. Is that cool? Is that cool? I have to see. It is a bit of a miracle that he has two functional eyes, Ravelin. You'd think they would want to be one of the first things to rot away. Peppa Pig, famously a worst cunt. I mean, that little bitch. Fuck her. Not literally, figuratively. Because I mean, she's both a child and an animal, so there's so many areas, like legal horrors that could happen there. I mean, don't do it. Don't fuck any pigs and or children. Where are we going here? I feel like it's sad that I have to tell people that. There we go. Salvatore, robot, blah blah blah. Everybody in the fortress currently going to join the Cobalt Crypts. We're going to do another one. Can we name off of this one? Create new squad. There we go. No uniform. The Cobalt Evisceration. What is it with Cobalt lately? The fort seems very taken with it. And here we go. So Rusto Pueblo. Right, that's everybody except the mayor, currently drafted. Sorry, Night Fury, you're coming in. So now we need to send the two Cobalt groups against the Doodar. So let's do it. The D and E groups. D, E. We give them a kill order. We'll kill from the list. And we'll come down here and say H. Kill H, the giant cave swallow. And then let's unpause it, shall we? Boom. Everybody mob the fucker. Knock its fucking beak off. Let's see what happens. I don't see it anymore. Has it gone up? No, we've lost it. Arse candles. Let's find it again. You, others. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, my beautiful dwarves. Oh, my lovely little lads. How you bring me joy. Can't find it in the dead list because the dead list is currently 175 long and growing, so unlikely to be resolved. You know what, maybe we just Cryptbeard rush the rest of these undead bastards and then we can get back to making the fortress lovely to live in? Maybe? Question mark? Can we get that? Did that wall get built? The wall did not get built yet. But you know what? I am flush with excitement. I want to go up there and kill those fucking undead and get rid of them. What do we reckon? Cobalt was the coolest armour tint in Halo, says Hybernoe. Maybe. Plutonium Jesus believes himself to have seen the cave swallow corpse in the dead list. That's good. That's good. We're currently in a state of Cryptbeards rush, curly fries. Everybody's been drafted and they're going in. All in for war. Even girls allowed. Not the band. Let's see where the other corpses are. Where are our other bastards? This turkey hen, where are you? Straight out here. Okay. So do we rush that one? Do we just open the gate and send everybody in? I feel like it's kind of the only way. It's the only way to be sure. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's find the other one. So we've got the wombat skeleton, also named now. I feel like where they're finding us one at a time and picking us off, it's the worst possible scenario, really. Do we just... What do we reckon? Cryptbeards rush, yay or nay? I'm going to run a poll and see what comes up. If we just head back to my dashboard here, bear with me. Stream manager, is that the one? Yes, it is. And then we'll say manage poll, new poll. CBR, question mark. That stands for Cryptbeards rush, okay? Yes, if you vote yes, you are voting for all the dwarves in the fortress to rush out and attack the remaining dead creatures and get rid of them. If you're voting no, you're casting a vote for caution. You're saying no, we should remain indoors and keep safe. There we go. I'm starting the poll now. There are 2 minutes to respond. It should be at the top of chat for you. I'll check it again in a couple of minutes and we'll see how it's turned out. Won't that be exciting? Once again, democracy rises up. It's beautiful. Oh, somebody's followed. Thank you very much, Iceboxer. Much appreciated. I don't think I've seen you in chat. I apologise for calling you out and doxing you in that case. It's so rude of me. But, you know, I got all excited. I saw somebody's name pop up under an alert and it makes me positively tumescent. These undead have eyes. They're too powerful. Fuck yes, says Dave Velociraptor. Oh, no. Good to hear. Good to see your voice there. Good to see your voice. What am I? Have I got oscilloscope eyes? Green oscilloscope eyes, teardrops are falling from your sine wave eyes. Is the chat still going? The vote is still going. We're just waiting for it. It's hard to fill 2 minutes with just inane babble. Oddly enough, I know I've been going for almost an hour now and managed to fill it almost wall to wall with inane babble, but you know, when it actually comes to it and it has to be proper babble, it's difficult. It's very difficult. Let's keep looking down here. No poll showing for me, says Dave Velociraptor. Are you watching on your phone or your browser? Just out of curiosity. Because it should appear at the top of the Twitch chat window on either. I've seen it appear, although having said that, sometimes it doesn't count my vote when I cast one on a poll using the phone app, so who knows? Could be good, could be bad. Scoundrel the Winamp visualization. That's me. Visualization. Oh, thank you very much, Plutonium Jesus. Lovely. Oh, thank you very much, Curly Fries. Everybody say thank you to Curly Fries. Big thumbs up, claps. Although clapping is kind of patronising. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. I mean, feels a little bit rough, doesn't it? It's 77% yes so far. It is 77% yes, with 10 votes cast. Holy shit, this appears to be one of our most popular polls ever. We don't normally get 10 votes cast overall, let alone as the majority. Let's have a little look how that broke down. 10 for yes, 3 for no. Oh, look at that. We've got 10 brave boys ready to charge into battle and 3 craven cowards hiding behind their mother's boobs. Is that how it works? Is that where you hide? Man, you've got to have a pretty big mama if you can hide behind her boobs. Oh, underneath one, maybe. The yak attack is back, says Tidy. Wait, is the yak back? We don't... Well, okay, well, we'll get rid of it. We'll kill it. Don't worry. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Macron. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Serious question, says Xavier St. Cloud. Were you a member of Monty Python in a past life? Well, there's only 2 of them I could possibly have been, and I think I lived contiguously? No, what's this, when it's the same time? I think my life overlaps with all of them. First Python to die, Graham something to die. When did he die? Died in 1989. Yeah, they were all alive when I was born. So, unless it's also like a time traveling previous life. No, definitely not. It's absolutely impossible. Even beyond the fact that I believe reincarnation is impossible. Reincarnation, no, what's that? Is that when you're sort of like, your whole soul is undone every time you die? That doesn't make sense, because it would only happen once, right? Confusing stuff. That's quite right, Harold Beaver. My Google foo got there, and I found out that it was 89 when I was 9 years old. Oh yeah. Big swig of beer there. Okay, so it looks like the democracy has spoken, the poll has been taken, as they say in the porn industry, and now we're going to sally forth with a military endeavour. So, squads D and E, would you please report to the corridor? Thank you very much. We're all going to stand here, we're going to bunch up, and then we're going to sally forth, and we're going to kill those bastards. Did I actually give that order? I did. I gave that order, because I am a brave and clever leader. Just got to wait for them all to turn up. Once they start gathering, we'll pull the lever. Pull the lever, as they say on that Konami slot machine. Actually, I need to remove the alert, don't I? Not that we have any civilians in the fortress at this juncture. It's full mobilisation. Absolute Warmageddon. Reincarnation is what brought back the cave swallow. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, Hiver No Way. That is how you get undead. Because of course, if you're reincarnated, you're not undead, you're de-dead. And then when you die again, you're re-dead. Of course, it all makes so much sense now. Okay. I think we're ready to pull the lever. And if we're not, it's too late. We're all in. The chips are down. The dice are in motion, along with the bowels of fate. Here we come. The bowels of fate have crept into motion. Will its brown steaming produce curl out on our enemy's face or our chest? There's only one way to find out. Pull the lever, boys. Let's get out there. Let's kill these undead animals and be done with them. Kill? Is that the right term? Re-kill? Let's de-animate these animals. Come on, pull the lever. I have a horrible feeling that without civilians, we cannot pull the lever. So maybe I undraft one of the squads quickly? D. Oh, there we go. No orders for you boys. Pull the lever, and then you're coming straight back in. Somebody pull the lever, please. Somebody pull the lever. Did the lever get pulled? The lever got pulled. It's time to call our military back into action. D and E. D, E. I want to station you here in the charnel corridor filled with the guts of reanimated dogs and a ghost of one of our recently fallen. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Have a little conversation with nearly headless Nick. Oh fuck, they're all running out like crazy. Okay, we need to find out which of the monsters is closest. I believe it to be this turkey hen. So let's say S, D, E, K, and then we'll get the creature at the cursor. Bosh. And go. Everybody out. Everybody kill the partial turkey skeleton. Gobble, 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 it would say. And is it dead? I believe it is dead. That's good. That's good. That's good. Right, so, others. Ah, the yak cow. Shit, that was the closest. Let's do that again. So, squad, DE, kill. Where is our little intruder? Where's that yak bastard? Reveal yourself, you yacky wanker. I'm sorry, I nearly choked on my own saliva there. I was absolutely dribbling over the prospect of defeating these beasts. Everybody get in there, smack that wanker about, give him what for, bring the ballyhoo, knock his bollocks off, although they've probably already rotted off quite significantly. This doesn't look good. Uh-oh, shit, things are going badly. The population has fallen to 22, 2 dead, 3 dead. Keep going, kill it, 3 dead still, we're sticking at 3 dead. Come on, come on. The combat has to be going our way if there's no one dying, right? 4 dead, shit. Not looking good. Not looking good at all. Let's have a look at the combat report. Oh my god, there's 18 left alive. Oh god, we've got 5 dead now. Okay, let's pause. Let's pause and look at the combat reports and see what's happening here, because I feel like this might tell us more what's going on. The yak cow skeleton kicks the recruit in the thumb right hand with her right rear hoof, tearing apart the skin and bruising the muscle through the sheep wool right mitten. The force bends the right hand, tearing apart the muscle and bruising the bone, and tearing apart the right wrist's muscle and bruising the bone. An artery has been opened by the attack. Many nerves have been severed. A ligament has been torn, and a tendon has been torn. A ligament has been torn, and a tendon has been torn. A ligament in the right wrist has been torn, and a tendon has been torn. The recruit punches the yak cow skeleton in the upper body, but the attack passes right through. Is it that decomposed that they're just going through the ribs and missing? The attack glances away, scratches. The skull's been torn. No, a tendon in the skull's been torn. Okay, this doesn't look good. In fact, this looks awful. The recruit punches the yak cow skeleton in the left front leg with his right hand, but the attack glances away. Okay, sometimes the combined fists of a fortress are not enough. We may be seeing the end of Cryptbeards XXII. Oh my goodness. And then we have to decide if we're going to try one last reclaim on this pestilential site, or if we're going to go for an entirely fresh embark. Oh my god. Too soon for an F? Well, we don't know, Xavier St. Cloud. We have recovered from worse. It has to be said. This fortress has proven to be more resilient than anticipated. However, I think you might want to chamber that F. Get ready to fire it, because it could be needed. It could be needed. Well, there may well be an O-cock in the near future. We saw a cock earlier. There was an actual, like, a paradoliac penis, if that's the correct term. I'm not sure. Paradoliized? No surrender, says Dave Velociraptor. Of course. Who do you think I am, a fucking elf? Some kind of disgusting sub-creature? No, we're dwarves here. Ugh. Surrender? Ugh. Disgusting idea. Unmilitary the survivors and burrow them back in the fort. You reckon? Retreat? Hibernoe? Dark Pixel says, okay, back from dinner. Oh fuck, what happened? Okay, alright. Well, you know, I'm seeing retreats. I'm seeing calls for retreating. And, you know, I will allow you to officially express your yellow-bellied cravenness. Let's quickly go and rustle up another poll. Let's do a new poll. We're no longer voting for the Cryptbeards Rush, which has potentially failed here. We're going to vote on whether or not we flee. So I'm putting the title question as flee, ? Yes, is the answer number 1. If you vote yes, you are voting to retreat into the fortress and not attempt to destroy the yak cow by any means. And if you vote no, you're voting for a continuation to hostilities. This poll is only going to be 1 minute long, because 2 minutes seemed like a long time. Should be at the top of chat now. Get your votes cast. If you don't care, don't vote. That's the main thing. That's it's not important. We'll have to see. Play an ad and repeat while it's playing, but pretend you beat. Retreat while it's playing, but pretend you beat the skeleton. Clay Cree. I mean, these are top tier, like, Twitch streaming plays. Are you a Twitch streamer yourself? You got the old secret playbook there. It's very clever. Plutonium Jesus says FF. Oh, chambered in the shotgun. I see. Double-barreled effing. Nice. I can't believe there are undead sympathisers in this chat, says Northwesterhausen. Well, I mean, I know. It's disgusting, isn't it? It's disgusting. We've got a link to YouTube video in chat. Might not click on that right now. We'll see. We'll see. Dave Velociraptor was about to vote this time. Alchimedes is saying never. The poll's nearly finished. No, says 82% of the casted votes. That's 9 people. Let me just quickly click on this to see how many said yes. 2 craven, cowardly custards. Absolutely unbelievable. Everybody, please dress up as First World War era women and hand white feathers to all of the people who voted no. Absolutely outrageous behaviour. I think you might be right, Ocelot. There's a very high chance of there being a new fort. A DDD. Thank you very much for the bits as well. Much appreciated. Oh, you weren't able to vote. Oh, poor old Dave. Politically neutered, like one of those First World War women. Very exciting synergy here. Wow, such synergy. Oh, Clay Cree. Oh dear. At least you've got the bravery to admit it, making you not actually a coward. You have the courage of your convictions at the very least. What a beautiful pacifistic soul. I love you. I love you. Not like that, but you know. It's all good. You were able to view this time. Oh, that's good. Okay, so anyway, let's get back into the action. Let's go back to the old DF and unpause the game and see what happens here. First, I'm going to check they've got the orders to kill. They have got the orders to kill. Let's zoom in, get a little bit closer, and see what goes on. Unpause time. I'm going to keep refreshing Dwarf Therapist here and see what the... Oh, 15 remain alive. Only the children, of course, are not involved in this combat right now because they're not of draftable age. It seems like... Oh, there's another one dead. I saw that one go. We've got 13 remaining alive. I feel like this undead yak may well undo all of the previous nights of planning that took place in this fortress. Get those Fs ready. There's 11 remaining adults in the fortress. 10 remaining adults. Doing another refresh. I don't think I see anyone coming in to do the attack. I think they may have fled of their own accord. They may well have fled. We only have 9 dwarves left with nicknames. Orchimedes, Ariane, Elofhita, Gingy Ginger, Mandrill, Night Fury, Random Guy, Roostupublu, and Tidy. Oh dear. Oh dearie me, what's this? Intruders, drive them away. Oh, there's the wombat skeleton. Who knows, maybe the intruders will end up getting attacked and cause like a little distraction which will give our guys a chance to fight back. Yes? Question mark. Oh, it's a necromancer. Yay! Just what the doctor ordered. Just what we were hoping to happen. Are these reinforcements or are they just random necromancers having a little journey around here? Sedast Snake's gang. Oh my goodness. It's a tunnel snake. Apparently they rule. Oh, hello. More intruders. Are these separate factions? He killed the fucking wombat. Oh my god. He's an intruder, but he's hostile to our current invaders. Do we retreat and allow him to soak up the bulk of the damage? I mean, we currently have 10 adult dwarves, 2 children, and 0 vulnerable babies. Which is a mercy, really. We wouldn't want the fortress to currently be full of vulnerable babies, would we? That'd be terrible. Dear, oh dear. Return of the Living Yaks. That's quite right. The only way we're really going to deal with this is to nuke the city. But of course, as we all know, because we've all seen Return of the Living Dead, haven't we? If you haven't, go and watch it now. I told you earlier. I mean, it didn't really work out quite the way they wanted, did it? Did they? Kill him and steal his book. Stick the book in a public library. I mean, we don't have a library yet, but that doesn't mean there won't be a library in the fort. Let's see if he's still here. I thought I saw him dance off the edge of the screen. Oh no, 2 of his friends showed up. Of course, that's how it works. So, do we pull the lever then? Is it time to retreat even though the yak hasn't been defeated? Or is it time to drive this fortress deep into the buttocks of oblivion and disappear into hell's own arsehole? What's the plan here? I mean, I can't do another poll immediately because that would be insane. I feel like this fortress was always living very tenuously as it is. It doesn't look like any of our military are actually attacking anymore. Where is the yak? Let's find the yak. Where have you gone, Yaki? There it is. Oh, apparently the wombat skeleton's still around. Interesting. Oh god, the necromancers who just turned up can probably res all the dead, can't they? Oh dear. Well, it looks like one of the people who came to the fortress to fight monsters explicitly has actually gone down to attack. There he is. Look, he's having a little fight with the yak. This might turn the tide. If the yak dies, we can close the gates and hide and lick our wounds, but with only 10 dwarves, I feel like we might be in a bit of trouble. Is he dead already? What a useless bastard.
Can I come and live in your fortress? I'll fight monsters for you.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, yay, a monster. Woo, I'm going to run out and attack it. Oh, bollocks, I'm dead.
What a tit. Merchants! As if the chaos couldn't get any worse. let's unpause and see what happens now. Although I'm going to also check the dwarf population. Currently 7. We are now back to the initial embark number. Okay, and the merchants have charged in. The yaks appear to be... Oh, they're just staying there. Intriguing. Interesting. Unfortunately, we appear to have full-on miasmal stench wafting through our entry corridor. Only 6 dwarves remain. Oh, disaster. Disaster. I feel like we are pretty much fucked at this point. Chamber your Fs, because they're going to be needed very soon. 6 dwarves, 6 adults, I should say, remain. Only 2 of them are sad, which is interesting. The majority of the dwarves in the fortress are relatively happy with the current state of affairs, which seems odd, considering the way things are going. Most of their friends will have been torn apart by an undead yak. Night Fury appears to have taken it upon himself to indulge himself in a little one-on-one combat. He's keeping his distance a bit. Maybe he's, in one heroic last-ditch attempt to save the fortress, attempting to lure the yak outside. I pity anyone who's never seen Dwarf Fortress before watching this. Oh, no, Night Fury appears to have popped his clogs. That's right, there's only 5 dwarves left, and let's say their names together. Orchimedes, Arian, Mandrill, Rustopublo, and Tidy. Oh, woe is the fortress. Woe is the fortress. Wait a second, didn't we have someone in the middle of a mood? Oh, Orchimedes, congratulations, you've risen to be the mayor of the city, with a population of 5 adults and 2 children. But luckily, no vulnerable babies. Oh dear. Poor, poor, vulnerable babies. Arian stumbling around obliviously. I don't see the yak anywhere. Oh, the yak's made it past the gates. I don't really... Oh no, he's not quite made it past the gates. We could theoretically flip the switch. But I feel like with all the mayhem unfolding currently abound in the area, I mean... Is it really going to happen? Are we really going to pull this one back? Is this going to be the comeback we were hoping for? I'm not sure. I feel like we may well have what we've had before, a fortress death stalemate. The trap corridor was too little too late. I should have initially designed the fortress with a trap corridor in mind, and then at least we would have been able to pursue other avenues. If we'd had a trap corridor to deal with some of the incursions we've had, maybe we would have lasted a bit longer? I don't know. Still got 5 adults and 2 children knocking around in the fortress. What do we say? What do we say? Are we saying not today, like little Arya Stark? Or are we all putting big fat Fs in the chat and saying, fuck it, who cares? Bullshit, let's start a new one. Why we're saying that in that weird accent, I don't know, but hey. I think what we have done, says Ravelin, is successfully made a donation of corpses to the Necromancer's Book Club. Very true. I think there's going to be several corpses available for the Reanimators. Another great series of movies, Reanimator movies. 1 and 2, very much worth a watch. I can't wholeheartedly endorse the rest of them, but none of them are truly awful. They're worth a watch at least. And of course, they've all got the wonderful Jeffrey Combs in, who is an amazing actor and really should be in more shit. Jeffrey Combs, Bruce Campbell, why have they never been in a movie together? And if they have, how the fuck do I not know about it? Come on. We all know who he is, don't we? Everyone knows Jeffrey Combs. He's a great actor. It's amazing. Herbert West. The definitive Herbert West. Probably the only Herbert West in cinema history. Let's do a quick refresh. Still got 5 surviving dwarves. Do we abandon? Do we abandon, or do we attempt to eke this one out to the very bitterest of ends? What's the plan? The corridor is full of rotten corpses and puppies and kittens. It's kind of a mix, isn't it? You can imagine people walking down that corridor going, it's a puppy. It's my best friend's severed head. Very, very roller coaster. Very, very roller coaster. The roller coaster of emotions is what I meant to say, but of course I ended up saying very, very roller coaster. Ravelin plays you the You Are Dead song from Total Distortion. I don't think I know the song. Don't think I'm aware of it. Could you die, then start a new expedition to here, build an entirely separate small fortress, and build up strength to regain this large one? Now, Dave, what we could probably do is just straight up come back here and reclaim this fortress without any of the shenanigans, and we maybe will have a couple of weeks in-game time before more zombies turn up. So theoretically we could just reclaim, but this is the second time we've reclaimed this fortress, and therefore the third time we've embarked here, and I feel like this if any of them were to succeed, it was this one, right? I mean, we're gonna have to talk. The elves have arrived. Was that an elven caravan? Please no. The birds are all right. The kestrel and the Tearcell peregrine, they're all fine. They are elves. Oh, please don't shame us again, you pointy-eared cunts. If you fucking kill all these monsters, I'm going to go absolutely bandy. I can't endure the shame of another elven rescue. I would rather every dwarf in this fortress be murdered in their sleep or awake. I would rather every dwarf in this fortress would be killed by a method of execution so debased and egregious that I couldn't even describe it on terms of service reasons. Oh my god. I'm imagining something. I'm imagining like dwarves like having all of their like I don't know, being stuffed with babies until they burst. How's that for horrific? Yeah, you think that's going to be fun? I'm angry now. I've got to the point of just spitting random words out, and I've now put the image of people being stuffed with babies to death, which is really, really possibly the most horrible thing I've thought of in the entire time I've been streaming. And that's nearly a decade now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's quickly refresh. Still got 5 adults alive, 2 children and 0 vulnerable babies. So we're going to have to catch up. We are dying, Cupo, very much so. Very much so. Let's have a little look down here. Chat's gone way on ahead. Cheeky oxygen not included stream. Maybe. We'll have to see. Probably more Dwarf Fortress, but we'll see. Keep going down. Fucking hell. The rush went badly, Curly Fries. Very, very badly. Ooh, Cupo's posted a YouTube video. I have to check that out in a minute. Oh, and Zaytan0, thank you very much for subscribing. Much appreciated. That was almost a minute ago. Good lord. Hyber No Way is saying reclaim. No, you're not alive, Curly Fries. You're very much dead. You are in the vast majority of the population of this fortress, now post-mortal. Very much in the other realm. The You Are Dead song. Let's have a little listen to the You Are Dead song. Let's risk it and click on a YouTube link like an idiot. Let's quickly pause it to make sure. That looks very sensible. Let's pause it, rewind it and unpause it. Here we go. You are dead, dead, dead. You are dead, dead, dead. Thought you were hot. Guess what? You're not. You are dead, dead, dead. You brought your whole adventure to a screeching halt. You are dead, dead, dead. Your heart has stopped and your brain is cold. You were so dead. Now you're... Let's turn the volume down there. In fact, let's not play the whole thing for fear of the... I'm sure Disney own this. They own everything now, don't they? They'll be sending their flying monkey lawyers after me and it'd be horrible. But by the way, the guy on the cover of this album looks like a sort of a gender-swapped guy version of the woman out of Return of the Living Dead. Sorry to keep mentioning that movie. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. I'm about to unleash a tidal wave of references to it over the next few streams, so be prepared. It says there's a missing kitten. Oh no, a missing kitten? Never. Oh no. Death while giving birth is technically dying from being stuffed with babies. Well, actually, it's more like dying from having babies pulled out of you. I'm very much, the babies in my scenario are moving in the other direction. They've got a very different trajectory to baby on its way out. I mean, also, probably you could, I reckon, using proper mechanical methods of stuffing, you could get way more babies into a person than naturally occurs, right? Sure, people have octuplets and quintuplets, but we could probably get a couple of big old 10-pounders up there. like with like the press, and certainly more than you'd get inside our man, right? I mean, you don't naturally get any babies inside males, do you? Or do you? Maybe one of you in chat has a conjoined internal twin, much like Quaid from Total Recall. If you have, please let us know. It's a very interesting thing to talk about. I'm sure we can all think of some interesting questions to ask you, which will no doubt probably not be much fun for you and probably your idea of a nightmare. So, think on that before you do put your hand up. Where are we going? Don't reclaim it again, just go for another fort, says Ocelot. Embark right next door. Cupos was better. Let's have a little look at Cupos. Let's scroll back up, seeing as we're in the business now of clicking on YouTube links. Why won't my... there it is. There it is. I see it, Cupo. Let's kill the Swirler.
Everybody slipping away into the night, but we're feeling alright. Oh yeah, everybody's going to die. Everybody loses the fight, but we're feeling alright. Some of us believe that we will live forever. Some of us believe that we...
Oh, we're down to the final three. Rusto Pueblo has the honour of being the final namey standing. We've only got a few more dwarves left to go. If we keep refreshing, they'll be gone pretty soon. Orchimedes has been missing for a week. It's a lovely song, also factually accurate. I like it for that. I like it. It's very good. I fear the copyright infringement has already been triggered, so probably muting it at this point is a bit redundant. But, oh well, at least we got to enjoy it, right? If I'm never allowed to stream again because the lawyers have got me, then you know what happened. And at least we can all agree that that was a bit of fun. That was good. It's very nice. I like it, Cupo. Let's keep going down. Fort still savable. Retreat, says Claycree. Are you sure? I don't think so. I don't think so. Kvatch, we could embark right next door, but that would mean no volcano, which kind of breaks my breaks my brand. It's very off-brand for me. I normally go for volcanoes. That's right, Ravelin. Mandrill is dead. It's true. Would the babies have to be shoved up the cock? I don't think that's practical. I think you're going to obliterate any penis you attempt to put even the most premature of babies up. I think really they have to go up the stretchier opening, I think. Up the bot or down the throat. Why not? Like a foie gras goose. Do it with a broom handle. I suppose if you mash the babies up, you can put them in any hole. But then I feel like a lot of the horror is lost at the point where you have homogenized the baby flesh. Right? I feel like a lot of the horror is gone. It could be any old thing. It could just be any old pink mush at that point, couldn't it? You really have to be full. That's true. That's true. The VOD viewers not hearing shit anymore, are they? Thank God. They won't be put through the horrible mental imagery that I've just been spouting out of my mouth. It's good. A stray piglet's been missing for a week. We've still got 3 survivors. I mean, do we abandon them? Do we just give up now and let them all go? Or what? I mean, it's obvious this fortress is not coming back from the brink. No matter how optimistic Claycree is, I feel... And even Cupo suggesting that it's my attitude that's ending the fortress, but I'm not sure about that. I feel the mayor is very drowsy. It's all right. It's all right, Rusto Pueblo. I'll sit there. You put your head in my lap. I'll stroke your hair as you pass on to the other side, as you're ripped apart by undead horrors. Shh. Shh. Don't worry. The pain is going to go away. It's all right. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. I'm lying, you're heading to oblivion. Ha 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 ha. No, I'm serious. Everything's fine. Shh. God. I mean, that's sadly probably the kind of thing that would happen if I was responsible for any kind of palliative care. I'm not good at that kind of thing. I have many social failings, chief among them being my inability to take very serious things seriously at time of occurrence. Inappropriate laughter. Terrible stuff. Dark Pixel has their F chambered and cocked. It's good. It's good. Macron is saying BWQ. Let's have a look. Let's look what that does, shall we? Let's click B. Oh, hang on. BWQ. A quern. I'm not sure that's a practical response to current events. I mean, realistically, we are just waiting for everyone to die. Born to die, as they say. Plutonium Jesus bringing up the triangle of, or the Triforce of Trouble. Of course, seems appropriate when talking about baby killing. I mean, I'm not saying we have to kill the babies involved in this little escapade we're talking about. We could, you know, probably acquire some pre-murdered babies, right? Murdered? Just pre-deaded. They don't have to be murdered. They could have just died of natural causes. Then again, how many babies die of natural causes these days, like local to me? Not that many. You probably have to start shipping them from further away. They get mushy by the time they got there. And you're going to have to kill babies. There's no way around it. Sorry, what were we talking about? Don't worry, you'll be back in a few minutes once the necromancers get you. That's right, you will. How many kills does the yak have? Now that is a question that could do with some answering. Oh look, Vabok, Ume and Rusto Publo. Oh, hang on a minute. Vabok's in the middle of a mood, isn't he? No, Vabok's currently being tormented by a ghost. That's fine. Where were we? We were looking for the yak's kill count, weren't we? Yak cow skeleton. View unit. A large mammalian herbivore. It has long fur and curving horns. It can be found in the mountains. No, they can't, because they're dead. I don't see their stats here. How do we find that out? Does anybody know? Anybody have the knowledge? Anyone have the understanding of kill counts in undead animals? If I click on the animal screen, will it appear? Nah. I'm not sure any babies are going to survive being broom handled into an unwilling orifice. Oh no, I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying, like, in order to keep them fresh, you need to acquire them live. They don't have a particularly good shelf life, so you can freeze them. Actually, probably freezing it would make it easier to stuff them into somebody, wouldn't they? What was the root cause of this Pepper, the horrible pig, luring the bird? Yeah, I would say that kind of triggered me into my belief that we could all sally forth and kill the undead. That's the problem. View the yak in Dwarf Therapist. I don't think I can, to be honest. Let me just go over to Dwarf Therapist now. It's not appearing in the animals screen, and also not appearing in our regular citizens. And I don't think we can add a tab for non. No, it doesn't show your enemies on there. It just shows your good boys, your friendos. It's not zoom. It's not zoom tidy. And view takes us to that thing that just describes the thing. Doesn't actually give the kills, or does it? Zoom in and out? No. Sadly not. Not doing bad for a yak with no pancreas or kidneys or any other organs. Basically just a skeleton. Yeah, so realistically we're not going to get any more information out of the game. Don't you need to zoom to them so you can V over them? V has come to. Let's go to Fortress. Okay, so U. Oh, for fuck's sake. Click onto a fortress. Press U. U. There we go. Find the yak. There's the yak. Then we zoom to it. And then we press V. Question mark. That just brings up this. So we look at general inventory. It's covered in yak blood splatters and a coating of various dwarves' blood. P for preferences. No. W for wounds. Z for stats. No. Description, apparently. That's it. Mind you, says Orchimedes, who says the orifice is unwilling? I can't imagine anybody being... I mean, being suicidal is one thing. Oh my God, we're going to breach terms of service. But, you know, being suicidal for a method of execution so graphically horrible does seem a little far-fetched. Although, I mean, don't Google it. That's a given, really. Don't Google it. That's going to get you on a fucking list. It's going to get you on more than one list. It's going to get you on multiple lists. Lists you do not want to be on. Let's do a little refreshy. It looks like the last 3 fortress denizens are still having trouble getting killed. We've got Rusto Pablo and a couple of the guys who came to the fortress to fight monsters. But that's it. Did we just kick this fortress to the curb, or are we watching these pigs run around in the corridor to the final end? Where's Vabok? Vabok is in this corridor. Presumably not interested. Currently distracted by a haunting. Who else have we got? We've got Ume here, currently in the caverns. Well, fucking hell. Also distracted. And then who have we got here? Rusto Publo, last of the namies, standing on the stairs, dehydrated, very drowsy, beaten to fuck. Poor old Plank Skinny. It's a tragedy. I mean, it's a crying shame, genuinely. I thought this fortress might last a little longer, but apparently my hubris is utterly devastating. Weirdly enough, those necromancers haven't bowled down here, have they? Are they still here? No, they fucked off. Huh. Who would have thought that the fortress would be brought down by a yak cow skeleton? Seemed so unlikely considering the horrors that have lurked just outside our fortress for so long. But apparently that's what happens these days. I mean, there are people who sell themselves to be eaten. Can't think of much worse way out. I mean, by the time you're being eaten, right, you're dead, surely, or at least the part has been removed. You don't know what's to be eaten raw, right? Maybe they do. I don't know. The world is full of very odd people. Very odd people indeed. Unusual chips and chaps. Hello, TKR 101010. How you doing? Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Oh my God. The population just spiked. How many dwarves have arrived? Let's have a little look. There are now 23 adult dwarves in the fortress, 2 children and 0 vulnerable babies. Let's quickly look at Dwarf Therapists and see if this is the turnabout we needed. Are they going to Phoenix Wright the fortress? Look at this. Rusto Pablo currently very much upset. Oh, his current job is... What is this? What's this little skull? Is he currently... His current job is to kill the yak. But he's not doing it, of course, because, you can't. This guy's turned up with 56 kills under his belt, but are any of them undead skeleton yaks? He's killed a named human and 2 named goblins, 17 troglodytes, 15 dwarves, 10 humans, 5 giant olms, 2 giant cave toads, 2 giant crocodiles, 1 giant bat, and 1 giant troll. It's not a troll, it's not giant, I just said giant because it was already in my mind. Turns out the tune of the 5 days of Christmas, or 12 days of Christmas rather, doesn't really fit to the kill list of a dwarf. Oh. Clay Cree got in there like lightning fast and says they would like the name for the 56 killer. Okay, Clay Cree, why not? Let's do it. Although, I don't know if this is going to make anything any different. They all have to get past the yak to get into the fortress. So we'll see how it goes. There we go. Another fresh namey. Hibernoe said they wanted one earlier. So let's give Hibernoe this one here. Set nickname. Post. This is ridiculous. These dwarves aren't going to make it, I'm sure. They're not going to make it. North Westerhausen also getting in there, requesting a dwarf. No, they ain't going to make it. They're not gonna make it anymore. Let's mark as complete that one. Ravelin with a we can do it. Man, your optimism. It's possibly bordering on insanity. 5 nicknamed dwarves already on the offing. Let's see if they can do it. Do we militarize them and send them straight in, or do we just let them walk past? That's the question. Tidy. Another one, last one in, first one out. Okay, tidy, fair enough. Let's go to the very bottom of the list. Waspin, is that your old name? Waspin is now tidy. Waspin Consistador. Okay, whatever. There we go. Has anyone here got any useful skills that might recover the fortress? Not particularly, no. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. Let's have a little look. Back to the action we go. Little fortress, there we are. Let's go back to the gate. Where is the yak? Let's see if we can find this little bastard and keep an eye on him. Yeah, they've all got to walk past the yak through the stinking miasma cloud, over the corpses of around 26 dead dwarves fresh, several dead dwarves not so fresh, lots of dead animals, puppies, kittens, mangled into a sort of unrecognisable mush. It's pretty horrible. It's pretty horrible, but maybe some of them will get in. Maybe we'll get a chance. We'll see. Let's unpause the action and see what happens. Watching the corridor very tightly here. In comes a dog. Dog runs away. Who's that going in? Is that a dwarf? No, it's just an animal of some kind. Is anybody actually going to walk into this doorway from the migrants? Because it feels like that would be... Like, if you're seeing this horror film and people went in, you'd be screaming at the screen saying, "What are you doing? Who is this fool? Verily, he is fucked of wits." Well, the dogs are charging in and coming back out again, very scared. Oh, someone's gone in. Someone's gone in. Looks like some form of woodcutter. Will he make it over the bridge? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like anyone's made it over the bridge. There's a curious pig on the bridge. I see that one there. No? Okay, nobody's coming through, it seems. Let me just do a quick read of the dwarves using Dwarf Therapist. Already down to 18 dwarves. The navies all seem to have made it through, though. They all seem to be alive. Interesting. If only we could peer through this horrible, rotten stink and see what's going on. Another little read there. We're down to 15 dwarves. Yeah, feel like it might be a bit of a lost cause. 12 dwarves. We're down to 12 dwarves. 9 dwarves. Keep refreshing. Have we got any namies left? Hibernoway and Claycree and Tidy all still alive. Oh, one of the children died. Not a good sign. Doesn't look like anyone's making it in. Has the yak been killed though? I mean, maybe 5 left alive. Not great. Yeah, I feel like that was a little bit of a faint glimmer of hope that turned out to be a match striking next to a TNT fuse, or a gas leak, or something of that nature. Or the light turned out to be a train at the end of a tunnel. That's a classic. 4 left alive. Yeah, we're almost back to where we were before the migrants turned up. Ravelin had faith, but sadly, unfortunately, it turned out to be an object lesson in why blind faith is not a good idea. 3 left, 3 adults left and 1 child. I don't think... I think some of the people in chat in the Discord tried the multiplayer mod for Dwarf Fortress, but I didn't actually jump in on that. But I definitely think it worked enough to sort of get the game going, but it didn't. It only ran very vanilla. We'll have to see though. We'll have to see. Just wall up. Well, we could wall up that corridor, but I feel like it might be a bit late at this juncture. We have 3 left alive. Where are they? Have they managed to make it into the fortress? I didn't see anybody making it past the yak skeleton. Then again, the numbers have stopped dropping. Let's have a quick peek. Yak cow skeleton still very much present. Claycree is supposed to be a zombie slayer, so it's interesting that they haven't slain the zombie yet. Kubuk, the dwarven child, is currently picking up equipment. Rusto Publo is supposed to be killing the yak cow skeleton, but sadly that's not a thing. Oh, Vabok is a zombie. Oh, Vabok's been sitting in that corridor for ages. He's just mangled up, isn't he? He's just sitting there with little cats running past him, nibbling bits off him. Ah, damn. Dizam, as they say. Well, we're back to a pretty apocalyptic scenario here. Do we abandon? What do we reckon? How did you lose 15 dwarves in 15 seconds? Well, by letting them run past an animated yak skeleton. That's how. That's how. Hello, Buttermut Squash. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. It does. The fortress does belong to the yak now. We should call ourselves Yakbeards. On the bright side, we have contributed 23 more bodies to the Necromancer Book Club. I mean, I feel like there's going to be even more than that in the local area. Just to give people an idea of the kind of embark zone we set out on. This is where we are, just here. You see this? This is us round here. Oh, that's it actually there. Over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Necromancer towers. Let's not forget the 8, 9, 10 Necromancer towers there. 11. That one's even closer. 12, 13. So, I mean, although this is not a haunted biome and nothing gets animated by default here, we do appear to currently be sitting in a fairly necro-heavy zone. Welcome to the necro-heavy zone. Now everyone's starving. It's not ideal. Do a quick read of the fortress again. This is going to be another one of those episodes which is basically just me watching the last couple of dwarves dying very slowly. Very slowly. 2.5 months before the next migrant wave. We'll see how it goes. It's true, there is a lot of demonic wildlife. Are you asking for a poll to see if we should have a poll to abandon? I mean, I suppose I could poll us. Shall I poll the audience? That sounds very euphemistic, doesn't it? Let's poll the universe. Heavens above, that'd be a bit much. Let's put a poll in chat. Let's put a poll in chat and see if we should abandon. And then we'll have to do another poll to see what we're doing afterwards. Abandon. Here you go. And question mark. Response. Yes. Fairly clear cut. No. Fairly clear cut. So I'll give it a 2-minute timer. We'll start the poll. And away it goes. It should be at the top of your chat. If you want to express your opinion, feel free to do so using the medium of democracy. Or the large, it's up to you. Whichever way you want it. Any way you want it, any way you got it, that's the way you do it. Sorry, having a moment there. Apologies. Oh, there's a new mayor. Mestos Shemafan. He must have turned up in the most recent migration wave, so that's a meteoric rise to power, isn't it? Turns up at the gates, goes, oh, I'm just a normal guy. Like Dick Whittington. Dick Whittington. Do you reckon Dick Whittington was dick-witted? Probably. Sounds like it. It did go a lot better than the first 2 reclaims, to be honest, Tidy. I was quite surprised it got as far as it did. It did quite well. Plutonium Jesus is up for a new intrepid Cryptbeards. Very exciting. We can't abandon now there's a new mayor, says Buttermut Squash. Well, maybe. Maybe not. Nighty-night, Orchimedes. Sleep tight. Sweet dreams. Don't let the bedbugs bite. Do not fall into a deep pit of despair in your dreams and become trapped in the realm of nightmares. Now there's a child running around. It's being hounded by a ghost. Not been killed, though. Pretty impressive. Oh, it's from the migration wave. I think. It is. Kubuk the child has managed to find their way into the fortress past the yak and may well be a seed of hope for the future. Question mark. Oh, incredible possibilities open up that are not going to be exploited because I'm almost certain this poll is going to come back, abandon the fortress. Unless, of course, there's an insane sense of hubristic optimism sweeping through chat. You never know. These polls have gone various different ways. Next time, a proper trap corridor to start's probably my best bet, right? Yes, says 91% of the votes cast. That's 10, and 1 person said no. What a brave outlier. What a brave outlier. It seems like democracy has spoken, and it is time to say goodbye. Goodbye to another Cryptbeards. Farewell as you float off into that good night. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Sorry, I'm making up my own funeral march now. There we go. F's in the chat. Those of you watching on YouTube, well, this is very clearly the end of this particular Life of Cryptbeards. And I'll see you in the next one, probably. Who knows how long it's going to be? I don't. Maybe I won't play Dwarf Fortress again immediately. Maybe I will. Who knows? See you later, YouTube. Bye. 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 Bye.